Now, in the short term, this can help alleviate some of the immediate crisis, but do you see sort of a long-term solution here as, pulling back some of those regulations and allowing for international import continuing for baby formula, or is it going to be something that we do have to work on internally and with our companies that make it and with their factories? Is there like a long-term solution here?
Yeah, I don't know what the long-term solution looks like. But I will say this when it comes to the regulation aspect of this is that once you've allowed something to happen and once you have set a precedent for something happening, it is very hard to reinstitute that policy and that regulation. So hopefully, you know, hopefully the pause on those regulations, or at least making some of those regulations lenient, is something that the administration considers, and allows for a slightly longer term import of this formula. Listen, you know, the EU, when it comes to regulations, is probably equally as strict when it comes to the composition of the formula, and maybe perhaps some of the labeling requirements. So, you know, so hopefully we at least allow the import of this formula from at least our European counterparts that have pretty sophisticated regulations themselves. Because I understand the need to keep our kids safe from a food standpoint. That is a very noble cause, but every almost every country has some, at least most of the developed countries have pretty sophisticated regulations, and if we can get on the same page with some of those, I think we'll be in in better shape. And as far as incentivizing some of these private companies to ramp up production, I don't see that happening. I mean, Elon Musk, going back to Elon Musk, our favorite character, um, you know, Elon Musk tweeted yesterday or the day before that people should have more kids, and so perhaps people will take his sage advice and have more kids, and we can begin to turn the trend, you know, slightly up as far as more babies being born, which might incentivize some of these companies to produce more formula, and perhaps, in the next 10, 15 years, we can solve this crisis. But without that happening, without that sort of global trend reversing, I just don't see it.